Hi, and welcome to this special event. I was almost going to go into my show. I was almost going to go into show mode. So, welcome to this special event. Oh, I forgot that. Microphone's off. Right. Okay. So, just get back to the main screen and welcome to this free Reiki empowerment session. So it is a mixture of traditional Reiki, or the Reiki that was originally taught to me, and also what I call DragonDog Reiki, but its actual name is Long Fu Wu Shen, which means dragon dog shaman flowing energy spirit. His name for it, where it originates from. So Reiki itself, Reiki means universal energy. Reiki is an energy system that Reiki was created. The name Reiki itself was created by Sensei or Master Usi or Usawi. People want to say it. Some people say Usi. Some people say Usawi. And he was a master, or in Japanese that will be Sensei. So Sensei Usi. He originally, there were already energy systems. One of the most prominent ones in Reiki is actually called Tahiti, which in Japanese means hands healing. Reiki itself actually comes from a line of other energy systems. There were many different ones in Japan, and Sensei Usi also studied. He also studied. I forgot the word. He also studied. No, I can't remember it. Right. So. I'm trying to say, Chris, the word. What's the thing he studied? The other word. I can't remember at this moment in time. I'm having a blank. So, yeah. So, Reiki itself, it actually originates from other systems. Is that he himself created the system back in the 1900s, and there was a scripture that he studied, which I can't remember the words. I'm having a total blank on that word of that scripture that he studied. That originated from Tibet. I can't remember it. Sanskrit. He studied Sanskrit, and from the Sanskrit scriptures, he found information on this energy system, as well as there was already other energy systems in Japan that he used, and that's where Reiki comes from. For a lot of people think Reiki is a lot older than that, but actually Master or Sensei Usi's system actually comes only from the 1900s. The Chinese version, which is as old as Tahiti, which is from Japan, and some say even older, spans back a lot longer. Shen, it has a to it like the Tahiti in Japan have. Now, the Western Reiki was brought to us by Mrs. Takata. Now, Mrs. Takata is a wonderful woman. If it wasn't for her, possibly wouldn't have Reiki. It's definite that we probably wouldn't have Reiki up to probably a few years ago, when the more Japanese version started coming over. But with the Mrs. Takata version, you had a mixture of things. So with the Takata version, you had the symbols. Had a lot of people would do a set hand position at first, and then also a lot of people would actually do sharp behind me. Now, in the original Sensei Usi system, it was actually a little bit different. You didn't have symbols, you actually had tones. Now, the best way to describe what a tone is, for those who think, what is a tone? Well, a symbol, if this was like the flower life is a symbol, or even the Tai Chi is a symbol above my head. If this was a symbol and you resonated with that symbol, you chanted, or we in Qigong, I also say that Qigong is like a bowl. And if you resonate it, if you hit it in the right place, if you activate it in the right place, you get a tone. So when the symbols are chanted, or when the symbols are focused on and meditated on, you get the tone. So what was the original philosophy with Sensei Usui was that your practice, your focus was on actually activating the tone. But some people, like Mrs. Takata, couldn't understand the tone, so he gave them the symbol. So from practice from the symbol, you get that tone, that vibrational frequency. The Usui version had these tones, and symbols were only used if you didn't get it. And the whole point of them were that you would use it to find that tone. Then once you had that tone, you no longer needed that symbol. So you use the bowl to get the tone, and once, if you could hum that or tone, you no longer need the bowl, so you no longer need the symbol. Also, in the original Usui version, the meridians, they focused on 5 main points. So instead of the 25 hand position, there's 5 main points on the head and the shoulders, and those 5 main points, and then you would go over the flow and just instinctively put your hands where needed. Now, a lot of people do that today, but the original system, the original Usui system, Reiki, or Eastern Reiki, as I know it as, that system still exists in Japan, and it's slowly been filtering over. Now, it has a similar thing, and also similar to the Usui system was that in the Chinese version, the Shen, you do Qigongs, energy exercises. Now, the Usui system had their own version, which unfortunately Mrs. Takata didn't bring into her system. She didn't bring those Qigongs in. But the Qigongs are a little bit like a Jedi and his lightsaber, or a Jedi doing the exercises, you know, lifting up the rocks and training, or just like anybody, like doing any sort of exercise, any sort of sport, you do training for it, you train. So the training builds up power, and that was the original in the Eastern Reiki, and also within Shen, is that you had a set of exercises that would help build up power. Now, we'll do one here, and then I'll talk about one. I'll leave the links on this on here later to look at the other one. One, which is a very good Qigong anyway, is called Willow Tree Qigong, or Twist the Waist. Now, if you go onto the Sifu Boggie channel, Twist the Waist, you'll actually see it on the Just Do It playlist, and you will see it on there. All exercise. Kids do this exercise when they're kids, when they're toddlers, turning from side to side, allowing the arms to flop. It lets out all the tension from your body, because what you want to do is that your palms, your hands, are energy centers. They are activators. Now, the meridian system, there are energy channels that run through your fingers, and even within the chakras, there are mini chakras that exist within the palms and the fingers. So activating the palms is very important in Reiki, very important in hands healing in general. So go and look up that Twist the Waist. Like I say, I'll put the link for it a little bit later in the show notes. Simple exercise will help loosen up the body. Also, if you're suffering from tension, from headaches, got poor circulation in your hands, If you're suffering from arthritis, aches and pains, twist the waist is a very good technique, a very good exercise to do. Now, the second exercise that we'll do 3 actually. The second exercise we'll do is we're going to do a very similar one from the Japanese Qigong called dry bathing or clearing. So what I will do is I'll move back a bit so you can see my hands. And what we're going to do, going to rub the hands together. And you're going to put your right hand onto your right shoulder. And you're going to breathe in. And as you breathe out, you're going to draw the hand all the way across the fingers and beyond. Okay? So it's rub, then breathe in. And rub, breathe in. Now on the left hand, on the right, to the right hand. So breathe out. Again, rub the hands. This time, you're going to go across your chest. So from your left shoulder down to your right hip. Okay, so I'll stand up a little bit so you can see a little bit more of my body. So rubbing. So all the way across the hip and beyond. Then rub again. And on the right shoulder to the left side. So, okay, so that's the whole technique. And that helps remove any negative energy. So for a healer, that's actually a good technique to use in the future. If you feel a bit angry and stressed and frustrated, twist the waist for a while and do that. So we do the whole exercise in one go, okay? So rub the hands. So left shoulder all the way down. Right shoulder. Left shoulder down to right hip. Right shoulder to left hip. One more time. Left. Right. To right. Right to left. As simple as that, and that's called dry. It's a version of a Japanese technique called a dry bath breathing or dry bath Qigong, which is the Japanese word for Qigong or energy exercise. So this helps you set yourself up for that energy you're about to do, for that Qigong that you're going to build on, or even activating the energy inside you. Okay, so from that you're then going to do where it's called, quite simply called, Bellows Breathing Qigong. So if you think of a bellow, it's like a long metal thing. My description has not been very good today. A long metal thing that's sort of, it's bellows that puts air into a fire. So you open it up.
Triangular in shape.
Triangular in shape. Thank you very much. Thank you, Chris, the questioner. So as you pull it open, it draws air in, and as you close it, it pushes air out. So it pumps into a fire, and we're going to use it to activate the energy in our hands. Okay, so we do a little rub, and then pointing your fingers forwards and try to have the fingertips no more than an inch, 2 inches max away from each other. And as you pull your hands apart, you want to try to keep the fingers together, so you're not doing this, the fingers very close to each other. Okay, so breathe in and pull the fingers apart, and breathe out and push the hands together, but not totally closed. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Continue doing that. And as you breathe in, feel the chi, the energy draw into the center of the hands. And as you breathe out, feel the char, your negativity, your stress, your worry, be released from your hands. So do 8 more. 7. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. And put the hands together, Gesha. And I want you to put the hands just where your chest is, where your heart level is. Put your hands into the heart level. And I want you just to focus on that energy. I just want you to focus on that, on the heat, the warmth, if there's some warmth, or the energy in your hands that are planted into your chest. Asha, which means hands together. So from here, just breathing in and feel that warmth drawing in. Feel the energy drawing in. And breathe out and release the negativity. Breathe in and breathe out. And your hands are pointing up towards the heavens. So through your ceiling, through the sky, whether you're in America and it's mid-afternoon, daytime, or you're here in England and it's the evening and it's dark, your hands are pointing up into the stars, into the heavens. Breathing out. I just want you to imagine that energy being drawn in. Think of it spiraling from the heavens, going smaller and smaller into your fingertips, and being drawn into your fingertips, straight into your heart. And just keep doing that for a moment. And while you do that, for those watching, whether they're now or in the future, I will fire that energy, fire more energy, more chi, more Reiki into you, into those hands, directly into your heart, into your center. So drawing that energy in, feeling it spiral in your body to the center point in your heart. Now, I want you to start circling, start spiraling first your hands and just moving your hands in a clockwise motion. So think of clockwise motion. Start circling your hands in clockwise motion. And as you're circling your hands in that clockwise motion, you're drawing more energy into the center of your body. The center of your body is the center of your Torah. The Torah is an energy, a donut. An energy donut that lives in the center of your Torah. Draw that energy in. Focus on that energy, drawing in. So slowly circulating that energy in a clockwise motion. Drawing that energy into the center of your heart, into the center of your Torah field, which is like a donut. Circular donut with a hole that the energy flows all the way through. from the top of the head, around the body, under the feet, to the body, and back out again, circulating in a tora. And the center of that tora is your heart level. So circulating that energy with your hands. Now, don't let this be tricky. While your palms are together in the center of your chest, circulate clockwise. I now want you to also, from your waist upwards, for you to also. Now, if you find that tricky, just do a circle. Don't worry about which way it is. Just moving from your waist, moving in a circular motion. So your hands are moving in a circular motion. From your waist, you're moving in a circular motion. So your head is like a pencil drawing a circle on the ceiling. So drawing that energy in, circulating that energy, drawing round that energy. So you just feel your head like a pencil drawing a circle on the ceiling, and as you're drawing a circle, you're circling your hands as well. And do that for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now your body can come to a stop. Your body can be still again, but still, if you can, circling the hands, drawing that energy round and round. And continue the hand circling for 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2. Now bring the hands up, so like an open prayer position, and then circle it down to your belly button. So if I just lean back, come back slightly, so on your belly button, sitting on your belly button, which is your hara. In Japanese terms, that is your hara. So your gashio in hara. So the hands on the belly button, which is the hara, in Chinese is the lower dantian. So there are 3 dantians, 3 cooking pots or spheres. And you've activated the middle one, and now you're resting on the lower dantian and drawing that energy down into your lower dantian. So breathing in, gently breathing out, and feeling that energy draw into your body, resting in your belly button, in your hara, or lower dantian. Are you doing that? For 8, 7, 6, 3, 2, 1. Just continue breathing with the hands together in gashio, resting on the lower dantian, the hara. Feeling the energy well up inside you, feeling yourself glow and grow. Cha, chi. So then raise your hands back up to in front of your face, like in prayer position. And then I want you to just open your hands in front of me, palms outwards, in front of the screen. Whether you're in the future or you're here now, I will be focusing on your hands, the center of both palms. I'm focusing on your palms and focusing on activating your palms, drawing in more energy, allowing them to be activated in what I've done so far, in the energy so far. Let's breathe in, breathe out. In, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in. 3 more. 2 more. So with your right hand, I want you to draw on your left hand a circle. Just think of a circle and draw 8 of them. For me, that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then hold the other palm up, and then with the left hand, draw 8 circles. Doesn't matter which way for now. Again. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then place the hands next to each other, and I want you to breathe in and feel the hands expand, gently expand them, and breathe out, feel the hands contract. Breathe in, hands expand, breathe out, and feel them contract. In, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. One more time. For that simple Qigong again. So the dry breathing, so right hand on left shoulder, breathe in, breathe out. Left hand, breathe in, breathe out. Right hand, shoulder down to hip. Left hand, shoulder down to hip. Then bring the hands together, point them outwards, breathe in, keeping the fingers very close together, breathe out. If this is making your shoulders a bit tense, you can bring your hands a bit lower. Keep the shoulders relaxed, keep your body relaxed. You can do this standing, you can do it sitting, you can even do both of these laying down on the bed. So if you're bed bound or chair bound, it doesn't matter, you can still do these exercises. And these are particularly seeing energy within the hands. And for next session, I'll talk a little bit more about this, but your hands are the microcosmic of your whole body. So in reflexology and even in acupressure, they can look at and in Chinese diagnosis, they can look at the hands and it represents the whole body. Breathe in, breathe out. So 3 more. 2, 1. Then palms together and dig them into knees in your chest, where your heart level is. Put the palms into the heart level. Breathe that in for a couple of breaths. Then just first circulate your hands, just circulating, drawing a circle with your hands while they're still in your chest. Or you can do a few minutes of it. The more time you have, the more time you want to spend on it, you can, and you just extend the exercises out a little bit more. And now, from the waist, so your hands are moving, and circulate the body as well. You may find if you're standing, it becomes a little bit awkward. It can do, but if you're sitting, it becomes easier. And then stop the body from turning and still circle the hands. And then be still. So breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. And circulate the hands down to your belly button, wherever your belly button is. Find your belly button. Where your belly button is just about where the lower dantian is and the hara. There, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. One more, breathe in, breathe out. And draw that back to the heart. And to finish, so just put the hands out in front and you're just firing out some chi, some energy, some Reiki out to whoever. If there's somebody, once you've done all of this, this is when you can then do some healing on somebody, or do some healing even on yourself, or on a child or an animal, or whatever you want. This would be the ready position, the position where you're ready to do some energy healing. And relax. So what you can do is, if you want to leave us a message, you can say, did you feel something? Was there any tingling? I won't put words in your mouth. Did you feel something? Let us know. Tell us what you thought, what you felt. I'm going to actually ask Chris in a minute if he doesn't mind, and see what he felt, what he thought. But first, I will do this next week. So 8 o'clock next week, next Sunday, and 8 o'clock the following Sunday. I am free, so I will do this again. So I will do this, and next week we'll explore a little bit more. Sort of very quickly, briefly went through the Reiki. So you've got the Eastern Reiki and the Western Reiki, and they both now exist, and they both work in slightly different ways. The Eastern Reiki was based on Sanskrit, information in Sanskrit, and it was based on energy systems that already existed. The Western Reiki, Mrs. Takata, she formed the Reiki she learnt from Sensei Usi, Master Usi, and made it more acceptable for the time in the West, because she was in Hawaii back in, I think it was late 50s, early 60s, and so she made it was acceptable, that it would be easy for people to grasp back in the States back at that time. So, and then we've also added to that, we've also gone a little bit further than that, because some of that was quite very much the Tahiti system, which is one of the systems that Master Usi or Sensei Usi he founded his Reiki from. And there's also a little bit of Shunchi Shen in there as well. There's a little bit of this other system. They're similar, a little bit different, but a little bit the same. But you already had it energy in you. It already exists. It's there inside you. When you think of somebody, or I send you my, oh, sorry to hear you're ill. I send you my thoughts. I send you my love. So you're already giving somebody energy. You're already giving somebody chi. So if I may ask Chris, turn on your mic. What did you find? Did you get any feeling, any sensation?
Very warm hands.
Was that from the beginning, or was that more, just throughout?
Oh, that's a good question. Definitely towards the end. I guess towards the sort of middle-ish, they started to warm up. Yeah.
Cool. You will possibly get some people who say, "Oh, well, that's, you put your hands together long enough, they will warm up." But I know people who have arthritis or just have poor circulation. The hands are always cold. Doesn't matter how long they put their hands together. They're always cold, and this warms them up. And it's also drawing them into the heart, into the center of your body. The middle dantian, the Chinese system, and also the Torah, which is from the Tibetans talk about the Torah. There is some other ancient cultures talk about Torah, but also this information comes from me from the ancient ones, which my teacher taught me, and then teachers, the people from Wudang Mountain, in the Taoists, Wudang, people from India and people from Tibet as well, all mentioned about the ancient ones and the 5 systems, or what I also know as the 5 spirits, or in Chinese they call them the 5 spirit horses. And the 5 spirits are the meridians, the chakras, the auras, the Merkaba or Merkaba, and then the Torah or Tridial field. And what binds them together are the 3 ones, or in Chinese they call them 3 riders, the 3 dantians, as they're also known. And that's in the lower dantian, is in the belly, the middle dantian is in the heart, and the top dantian is behind the 3rd eye, in the center of the head. So I think we'll end it for tonight. So it's just a simple, easy little session, talking about chi and energy, and giving you some practical, simple exercises that hopefully it's recorded live, so you can always come back and watch this again. So practice it. Just those simple exercises, simple techniques. If you're already a Reiki practitioner, having Qigongs, whether it's these ones or other ones, doing Qigongs with your Reiki will really create your energy. It will really help your chi flow. So that's where this will go, on the playlist of chi flow. So take care. Bye for now. Maybe see you Sunday. So take care. Love, Chi, and Shen. Sifu, Boggie.